And the big struggle is that what is mostly important to notice is that we do not have easy life. It's not easy to get job for black people, and especially for immigrants. It's not easy. However, we still want to be helpful to those we left in our back home. And that is a big struggle. To see that we are here, but it's like we're still living and sharing the burden of families, extended families, in our back home. And this has a big impact in our revenue. The question of poverty is a real situation. We have chosen to live in Canada, but Africa in whole never leaves us. Never leaves us. We have been living in one of the powerful countries in the world, economically, and we still carry on our third world mentalities. And Boloko has talked about that. Our common dream starts with Africa and remains with Africa. Why? I believe that we can still be a part of the diaspora and at the same time being a real Canadian. Both are possible. I believe that we mostly act not as Canadian, likewise, but we continue to live in a certain way like African. And this when it's come to our revenue. We better try to help those who are over there and not taking care of our children. We may neglect them because we think that we have responsibility in overseas. And that responsibility will never end. We're not happy because we don't have enough and will never have enough. And they are not happy either. So we are divided, and that is a big struggle. Recently, I was with my son, and I'm going to send money to Benin, in my country of origin. And at the end, he asked me, "Daddy, am I going to do this too?" And I said, "No, you are not real African. You are not African." Then he came back to see me. He said, "Daddy, I don't understand. Why you said I'm not African?" Then I realized what I said. I said, "Yes, you are born here, and you don't have that link with all these people. So I don't think you're going to do this." And he said, "Oh, that is good. I'm not going to do that. It's good." Because he knows how much I send, and he knows that there is other needs. And I have to explain to him why I'm doing this. So it's not easy situation. We have great and well-known reputation that we are people who continue to take care of our brothers and sisters over there. But if we see clearly, are we really taking care of them? That's my question. We give hope. It's not true hope. They should have hope in the country where they live. And the money we are sending is helping dictators to stay in power because we solve a lot of social problems that normally government should face. Education situation, health situation. I send money because there's health situation. And I cannot leave my cousin that I know very much pass away without doing anything, right? But am I doing the right thing? That is my question. We can see that they talk about diaspora. Diaspora, when we take the term used for Israeli, there is bonds for diaspora, for example. And right now it's two countries who use this system, Israel and India. And this helped the diaspora to invest through a mechanism that have reward them too, because the invest money is the investment, and this contributes to develop country. But what we're doing is no way to show that in terms of tax, there's money saved, just pelting money, and the reality at the end, there is no result. It's same circles. So we have to ask a question to ourselves, what are we doing? In conclusion, I know that the time is past. If we see the statistic about sending money, just in West Africa, it shows that it's about 30 billion a year these countries receive from the diaspora. Let me tell you, if the diaspora here keep their money and save, they can be much better off and do something with their money. Our economic situation is also impacted a lot on the consideration people have for us. If we use wisely our money and we invest in a good way for future, taking care of our children, having a good example in our society, I think we can eliminate a lot what we call racism, what we call all kind of, situation that because there is a certain history or I don't know, all that come back to us. So we need, as black people, to realize that we need to change, to work on our own way of living, and in the same time we like to be a good African, we should be also a good Canadian. Ending to just tell you a brief story, this guy, his name is Mohammed, and his friend is Abdel. And Mohammed is rich, and Abdel wants to know why he got rich. And Mohammed said to Abdel, so there are two Arab guys. Mohammed said to Abdel, well, I just take my signs in the morning, and I go on the street. So Abdel didn't wait Mohammed finished the thought. He immediately went to do his sign and go to the metro. In his sign, he wrote, I need help to feed my children and to pay my rent. During the day, he didn't get much money. He came back. He asked Mohammed, what happened? I didn't get money. And Mohammed said to him, well, just put in the sign, I need money. I need $500 to pay my ticket and to go back in Africa with my children and my wives, and they will give you quick money. So he put the signs, he went back, and during the day, he got $2,000. It's interesting, but apparently it's a true story in France. And this shows that, well, we are very smart people, and we know that we can use the system in a good way because he asked and he got it. And we come from a country that can be also used for better integration. But we need to work on both to be able to have our place or just being Canadian, and that should be fine.